We live in a small country. That's why we always want to give a good service to the hunters who come and thus help our country to develop economically.
The best moment is to touch the animal. The best moment is to shout. The best moment is to smile.
I'm very happy, although out there it didn't go as we wanted it to.
Shaking, man.
Up there, reload. That was so hard. Welcome to 100% adventure.
A large part of the income is reinvested in animal protection.
1, 2, 3.
Load, load.
Did I get it?
Well, the hunt has just finished, and not much to say. Getting here isn't easy. I don't come from a family of hunters. I was 8 years old when this passion for the field and hunting really came to me. And since then, without realizing it, it has become a passion and a full dedication to and for hunting, to the point where who could have told me that I was going to be on my way to the mountains to hunt the great Marco Polo?
September the 1st, 2021.
Complete chaos. This is when, hey Luis, you leave everything for the last minute. So of course, we're here getting ready with millions of things. Let's hope they all fit. Roll to Kyrgyzstan. Well guys, we're about to start the adventure. We've already met our traveling companions and hunters, who are Mexicans, charming guys, and we're already nervous. As you know, talking about what's going to happen, what we're going to do, we all have an idea in our heads, but then you know that everything can change. Let's start the journey.
Istanbul Airport.
Okay, we're in Kyrgyzstan now. Jorge, our Mexican friend, Luis Miguel, you already know, and Xabi, our friend who's also Mexican. And well, we're here, guys. Good vibes, eager or not?
Very. After 2 years of not being able to come?
Very tired from the trip. More than 20 hours flying, but at the same time happy, and I think hopefully it'll be a success.
They flew Mexico, Madrid, Madrid, Istanbul, Istanbul, Bishkek.
What we usually say is, are we crazy or do we really like hunting? Everything's already organized. We'll get in the car and it's 7 hours to the base camp. We have to cross a river and get there before the sun goes down, because if not, it looks like we're going to sleep there. Adventure as soon as you arrive. Really excited, aren't we, Luis? Amazing, and well, this is Kyrgyzstan. We're in Bishkek, the capital. We've eaten something quickly and now we'll be out of touch for 13 days. We've told our families that we're fine. Look, they've even got food.
Here's your food, look. For the chubby ones, on the go.
we are. It's unbelievable, but we're already at the foot of the mountains of Kyrgyzstan, where our great friend Marco Polo lives.
We still don't know if he's a friend.
Let's try to make friends with him. But well, look where we are, a spectacular valley with a river. The camp here that you will see, and here with the hunters to see if they're capable. Yes, excuse me. To see if they're capable of...
To do the deed, to fulfill our mission?
The mission, an ibex and a Marco Polo, right?
That's all right.
That's it. We're going to have a hard struggle, but we're going to do it.
I'm already nervous. Yes, the temperature's begun to drop. The sun's gone. The road's been beautiful. I mean, the road's been...
Impressive.
Well, Luismi, this is the captain.
Well, here we are setting up. A little bit about the rooms and all that. We've just arrived and we hope you'll have some fine days.
Yes. And tomorrow we got there, right? Spectacular. Spectacular, guys. This is a total dream.
Come with me and I'll show you the rooms for the next 10 days. We have a quick wash here. And this is the inside of the sleeping area. It's warm with a fireplace here, switches, light. It's important for the cameras as well, after a late arrival, settling in. Let's have dinner, rest. We're all super tired and tomorrow, horses, and up we go.
The first dinner here as a family. Well, we're going to be a family. It's a reality. I mean, we'll be here.
Are you adopting me? I'm glad you see me as a brother, not as a friend.
We're starting to be a family.
A little cream in the soup.
What's that?
Cream.
What do you want us to call each other? Let's go in teams. What's our team?
You and I are going to talk with signs and with respect.
We're going to be the AB team, let's put it that way.
Or AAA.
Luis and I are going to be with some guides. And we're going to go on one side and you and Jorge on the other. And in the end, we're going to meet up to sleep. Well, somewhere along the way.
So tomorrow, outside.
Exactly. So hopefully along the way, we each find our Marco Polo and at night we celebrate.
Wow, that would be incredible.
Day 1.
If you don't wake up with this... Hello. First day here in Kyrgyzstan. Look at this incredible place, in the middle of nowhere. Spectacular. I slept very well. Luis apparently not so well. Welcome to 100% adventure. We have a river here, which is, well, where we get water. They bring the food up here from time to time because we're about 12 or 14 hours from the nearest place. Today we're going to separate into two groups. One's going to go through this valley and the other's going to skirt this mountain here in front of us. And the plan is to get together later in the evening and camp up there. But hey, the place is spectacular. I don't know how the Marco Polos live here. They eat and then the snow leopard too. Well, we're going to have breakfast.
¿Cómo van a estar tus señales? Por eso, o sea, para que te dé tiempo yo a ti. Que parece que no, o sea, porque tenía No está feo.
It's not ugly.
This is really military.
How much are we going to practice now?
Ahorita 210.
Right now, 230 yards.
Esperemos
Let's
que
hope our shots are too.
Maybe. No, this okay. Arriba de la caja.
Above the box? It's shooting high. Is it misaligned?
Está mal.
That's the problem.
Es el problema cuando no traes
When you don't bring your rifle.
problema.
Luis Miguel, what's up?
Nothing. Fine. The rifles have been tested and we're going up.
To look for the...
To look for the Marco Polos and the ibex.
Is that the last one?
Yes, and that was a second. I mean, the third from last.
And this is from 110 yards?
From 110.
Okay, fine.
One problem with coming to these hunts is the language. You don't understand a thing.
You have to make signs of...
Yes, it isn't necessary to understand much.
Big one, big one.
Big one, big one.
Big one.
Problem un.
Well, we're leaving. We must go by car to another area where they have the horses, as we said yesterday. And you leave, I think, 40 minutes later.
El abrazo de la suerte.
The lucky embrace is always very important.
Van a buscar competencia con su cuate.
Only here.
Esto es lo más impresionante.
This is the most impressive thing I've ever seen.
Tenemos 20
We
kilómetros.
came 12 miles,
Otro ser
and
humano.
there was not another human being,
30 kilómetros.
or 20 miles.
Y
And you
tuvimos que
then
encontrar una familia,
to find a family,
papá, mamá,
dad,
hija,
mom, and daughter in the middle of
en medio de
nowhere.
nada. Y gracias a la
And all
caza,
thanks to hunting. Well, I think that this
I imagine it contributes to something.
is the ones whose horses we use.
Exactly.
Bueno, aquí estamos. En otro de
Well,
los
here we
campos.
are at another of the camps they have for the ibex and the Marco Polo, and you say,
Y dices, ¿cómo pueden?
how can they do this here in the middle of nowhere
En nada empieza
when it will start
a
to
nevar.
snow in no time?
Pero es que es
But it's
impresionante.
impressive.
Bueno, son raíles, o sea, esto lo
Well,
traen
they're
y luego,
mobile.
pues, esto lo
They bring this, and then they build this.
Es impresionante.
But really, it's impressive. It's impressive. And these people are here thanks to hunting.
A la caza.
They really take care of you.
I know. I feel flattered.
Kirguistán no es para todos los
Kyrgyzstan is not for everyone.
es algo que
That's something that every
todo
hunter
cazador
should
debe
know.
saber. Se necesitan unas
Some qualities are needed that you have to acquire throughout your life as a hunter,
y el llegar
and
hasta
getting
aquí
here is not
no
quick.
de un momento para otro. Para empezar, porque
To begin with,
tienes que saber
you have to
montar a
know how
caballo.
to ride a horse.
Nuestro medio de
There are
transporte
means of
durante toda la
transportation
cacería,
throughout the
es
hunt.
donde más tiempo pasamos.
It's where we spend the most time.
Si estás
And if you're
cómodo
comfortable
encima
on
del
a
caballo,
horse,
lo vas a
you'll
hacer
handle
todo y
everything
vas a
much
llevar todo
better.
muchísimo mejor. Luego, por otro
Then,
lado,
knowing how to
saber
shoot,
disparar.
you can find easy
Puedes llegar
shots
a
of
encontrar
65 yards,
disparos de
as well as
100
long
metros,
distance
80
shots,
metros,
550 yards.
larga distancia,
Because if
500
there's one
metros,
thing in
porque si hay algo
Kyrgyzstan,
claro,
it's that you only have a single opportunity, and you're going to have to take advantage of it for sure. Kyrgyzstan doesn't give you a second chance.
Y luego, por último, y creo que también
And then lastly, and I think also the most important, is your fitness.
cuando te dejas a los caballos y tienes que hacer
When
una
you leave the
aproximación,
horses
tienes que dar
and you have to make
esa
an
última,
approach, or you have to take those last steps to get close to the animal,
para acercarte al animal, estamos
we're talking
hablando
about
de
being at an
4.000
altitude of
metros de altura
13,000 feet,
y
and that's not
no
easy.
es fácil. Cuando
When you're short of
falta
breath
el aire y
and you have to
tienes
keep
seguir
going up and up,
subiendo,
you either come prepared or you really can have a pretty bad time on this hunt.
¿Cómo? ¿Su? Suba. Ok, eso era. En lugar de resúa.
Pues los guías son.
The guides are Kyrgyz. They're all-rounders.
todoterrenos.
They try as hard as they can to help you as much as they can. They're worried about you. If you need to go up with horses, they set up tents for you, they cook for you, they do everything for you.
Pelan bien, rastrean bien.
They track well, and the reality is that they live here and are absolute experts of the
Los
area.
caballos y los guías
Without them, it would be impossible.
es impensable.
Without the horses and the guides, this hunt would be impossible and unthinkable. I'm Luis Miguel de la Rubia, director of Spanish Ibex and organizer of this hunt here in Kyrgyzstan. Well, two friends from Mexico have come. They've done an epic trip. Mexico, Madrid, Madrid, Istanbul, Istanbul, Bishkek, and then in Bishkek came down here in 7 hours to the camp in Karakolka. They're two very good friends. They have been hunting with me for a few years, and we're doing the whole series of Ibex worldwide. Now we have the Marco Polo and the Ibex, the mid-Asian Ibex, and from here, as I said, we're going to Turkey to do the Bizwar.
First day, and we've only been on horseback for about 6 hours. And at first we saw some ibex, females. We haven't had any luck seeing the males. We've passed through complicated places that, to be honest, we did not imagine that the horses could get through. But the truth is that the whole trip is going very well. We hope to find the trophies soon and be able to have a good hunt.
This is impressive. We have a 6 Marco Polo, a small male, a much smaller one, and 4 females. They're 380 yards away.
Coming here to Kyrgyzstan is a dream for any hunter. The Marco Polo and the ibex are, I think although they're animals, maybe a little more expensive, the Marco Polo is always emblematic of any hunter. So on the one hand, the subject of animals is a dream, and on the other hand, the landscapes that we see here, the truth is that rarely, few mountains, but we are fortunate to have gone on some hunts, but few like this. The climate, the size of the mountains, the vibe they give here is specifically made for a hunter.
Well, Jorge, tell me, what do you feel after seeing the Marco Polo?
It was very exciting. There were several.
Yes, like 15 or so.
More. although I don't understand anything. Apparently they saw something.
Yo no veo nada.
I don't see anything.
Están buscándolos aquí.
They're looking for them from miles away, but I took a look and saw nothing. A kiss from... I missed him. I was already worried about my fat friend. But his reaction to the Marco Polo, he went... We're looking at him and we went like that because they were like that on a slope. And this guy walked in like that, as if, wait, man, get down.
The Sherpa was just like me, standing up. And when I go, you say, get down, on the ground. First day, we've finally seen the Marco Polos. But Luis still hasn't had any luck. Well, spectacular. This place is... I'm going to repeat the word spectacular 10 billion times, but it really is a dream come true. Look where we are. Good first day. Let's see if we're lucky tomorrow. The wolves have eaten it. They just found him, and he had an infection, they said, right?
Gets a brain infection.
His skull rots. It generates bacteria and generates.
Generally, when they're too old, well, that's okay, but when it doesn't look so old...
To bear this, it could be 35, 45 pounds. Just the skull. Amazing. And to see this thing kind of colliding, wow. On heat, you know?
Day 2.
Good morning.
Good morning. A warm morning.
70 degrees Fahrenheit. Palm trees, coconuts, sand.
Coconuts and ladies.
We're here. The first day we've slept in the middle of the mountains. It's been cold. I think below freezing, right? Not much, but...
A few degrees below zero.
What's today's plan, Miguel?
We're in Ulan right now. The guides who hunted with you are the guys from Ulan. They know this area well and they're going to stalk that Marco Polo. It depends on who goes with them.
We don't know yet.
Who's going to go with them?
Javier can't even speak because he didn't sleep today and he's in a bad mood.
I couldn't sleep at all. I have a feeling that today they come out, we hunt both at the same time, and then we can be with those palm trees you're talking about.
You're so sure of yourself, buddy. Amazing.
You, who almost drowned in the house.
Yes.
Yesterday it was a miracle we didn't die.
Almost, it was a miracle we didn't die because Javier had the idea of lighting the fire in that little shack there. In Mexico, 1 of every 3 shack inhabitants dies from carbon monoxide inhalation, and so this bastard wanted the same thing.
You wanted to make a smoke submarine, right?
Well, here we are.
The percentage here in the huts is 1 out of 3, and there were 3 of us, so 1 of us wouldn't hunt today.
It's very curious because when we arrived, they told us that the ibex are always higher than the Marco Polos. And indeed, now we have the perfect shot in which we clearly see that this is so. Why? Because normally the ibex look for the steep slopes, the stones, and the Marco Polos look more for the pastures because now, as there's no snow, they go down much lower. And, well, we can see it. The ibex will be about 1,200 feet higher, and below in the meadows eating are the Marco Polo. The Black Mamba team.
No. Not Black Mamba. Something that sounds professional. Don't be a bastard.
The Black Hawks.
Black Hawk? I don't know. We have to think carefully, because we can't be silly.
The princesses?
Nope.
Hey, it ain't fun! Hey!
The horse is man's friend. Thanks to the fact that my parents were farmers, I learned to ride a horse at a very young age.
I've been riding horses since I was 3 years old. Being nomads, we use horses a lot to hunt. Because you're up on the animals, you get less tired getting to them.
The first thing we look at when accompanying the hunters is whether they know how to ride a horse in order to reach the hunting grounds.
How is it, Luis? With the feet, with the feet. I filmed you.
¿La qué? La yarda. ¿Qué es eso?
We went in single file, all of us following the first Sherpa, who was leading the expedition to another hunting ground in search of the Marco Polo. Suddenly, we were surprised by a couple of wolves that were stalking a yak that had become disoriented, or unfortunately was about to die. And at that moment, everything changed.
Nothing broken.
Follow the green up top. Can you see it going up? The green there under the rock.
Well, we had a fright, Luis. What happened?
They were startled and they dragged me. The horse dragged me.
Well, you're safe and sound. I swear to you, you don't know how my heart is.
Everyone has their own way of doing things.
No, dragging him in the stirrups of a horse. Survivor.
A fright. That's it. I hope you haven't done anything to yourself and that the camera hasn't done anything to you.
Safe and sound, Luis. You can now tell this as a life story.
Okay.
This is nature in its purest state. This is a yak. The poor guy is about to die. And the wolves were here about to eat him. Literally, poor thing. And the wolves were there, on the rock, about to pounce. And we arrived. There are the horses. Well, good luck, mate. Very good luck. Well, we've reached a point where the terrain and the hunt get complicated. So we'll make two groups. One group that goes to the left and another group that goes to the Black Rocks. The problem is that the group that goes to the left is too complicated, and there are times when we can't risk our lives because we don't see suffering behind the scenes. It's difficult, and you have to sometimes take it easy and think about whether it's worth it or not. This is for you to see how we could suffer. So bear it in mind, what we have to do so that you can see the best.
Ahí va Jorge, ¿no? Que dice que no, que está ahí abajo en la mitad del prado, ¿no lo ves allí los caballos?
¿Ya?
Javier went to a ravine while Luis's group went down the mountain to set up the tents. 650 yards from a group of Marco Polos, he decided to shoot. To be continued.